singing about women's. Diddy was singing about women's who made him feel like they was brothers. Okay? We're gonna calculate. Diddy was singing about women's who made him feel like they was brothers. Usher was singing exclusively to women's. Are we clocking the T during Black Women's Haitian Independence Black Women's Month?
All these diamonds on my body and they crystal clear. I make magic with these hundreds, watch them disappear. Big ol' raindrops up in my ear. If you gon' name drop, let's get it clear. Jessie Woo, VVS. I just turn the water on. Big ol' flex, shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfalls.
What's up, guys? It's your sister. Welcome back to my Chanel. Welcome back to another episode of Just a Couple Things. If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe. If you're a new sister, I'm your sister, Jessie Woo. And if you're a returning sister, thank you so much for stopping by. By the way, over the weekend, I went out to go get some headshots done, and I ran into a sister.
1, 2, 3. I got y'all.
During Black Women's Haitian Independence Month. No, your sister.
During Black Women's Haitian Independence Black Women's Month. That meant so much to me. She was a really, really beautiful girl. She had her 2 kids with her, and I believe her daughter was going to go get some headshots done too. Her daughter was so cute. It's just so, like, I always feel moments like this are always really, I don't know, I can't even put into words. I have no words. Like when you guys stop me and you give me hugs and you give me love, like it really does mean a lot to me. I really hope you guys understand that. Like it means a lot. And I'm really thankful for you guys. I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for our little Black Women's Corner during Black Women's Haitian Independence Black Women's Month. I'm trying to put together a Galentine's. Hopefully I have everything like under wraps by the end of the week. I just honestly, like, having surgery last week was really rough for me. And to be honest, even right now as I'm talking to y'all, like my mouth is still sore. Like I see why the doctor tells you 2 weeks, just spend 2 weeks at home, or just you need 2 weeks to recover. And I see it because 7 teeth getting pulled out of your mouth is a lot. And also, like, I was so scared, y'all, because I thought I was gonna be like, you know, the side tooth people, you know, but thank goodness it doesn't look like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not giving. It's not giving 7 teeth pulled out, thank God. Thank goodness they're all in the back. But I'm gonna have 3 implants soon, but I gotta wait 3 to 4 months for that. I'm really just bummed out about that, like, because I want my implants now. But anyway, I did go back to Dish Nation today. It felt good being back at work, so just really excited to get back into the swing of things and get to work and push out content. I have so many things I want to cover with y'all this week, but let's just start off with just a couple things. First things first, Common and Jennifer Hudson. How are we feeling about Jennifer Hudson and Common making it official after about almost 2 years of dating secretly, even though we all knew that they was dating?
Now we gotta get down to business, Mr. Common. I'm a host, and so I have to ask you this question, because everybody always want to know this. Are you dating anyone?
So, yes, and I'm in a relationship that is one of the most beautiful people I ever met in life. And she's smart, she loves God, she has something real down to earth about her. She's talented, but I set my standard kind of high because she had to have an EGOT. She had to win an Oscar on her first movie. I set my standard high. She had to get her own talk show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
I don't know, y'all. Something about this just to me is not clean. Let me just start off by saying this. I think Common is a great artist. I think Common is fine as hell. I think Common is very accomplished. You know, like, you know, all the good things. He has a really good resume. You know what I'm saying? His resume is resuming. You know what I'm saying? He looks good on paper. But his dating history to me is just very, very, I don't know. It's just giving ran through. Common gives me what y'all think Lori Harvey is. Right? Like, Common to me just, I don't think Common will ever settle down. I don't think he'll ever get married. I don't think Common will ever truly give his life to one woman for a long periodically time. Okay? It's not giving stay with one woman's for a long periodically time. It's giving, let me just jump on the bandwagon of whoever I can get on. And I feel like right now it's Jennifer Hudson's turn. Jennifer Hudson, like he said, she's an EGOT, you know? He made sure to let us know, I set my standards high. She's an EGOT, you know what I mean? And here you are on her EGOT show and, you know, promoting what exactly? Like, what are you promoting? What do you have going on? And you're on her show and you don't say her name. Like, how are you making things official with Jennifer Hudson on the Jennifer Hudson show, but you don't say Jennifer Hudson's name when you talk about that you in a dedicated relationship with Jennifer Hudson? Are you really with Jennifer Hudson, or are we just supposed to put the clues together? What is going on during Black Women's Haitian Independence Black Women's Month? Not during Black Women's Haitian Independence Black Women's Month. You're not about to be playing in my face like that. We're still playing these games at the tender age of 68 years old. Common is 72 years old and he's still playing these damn games. Anyway, let me know how y'all feel about them going official. Let's move on. Let's move on. Y'all, let's go ahead and get into this Diddy story, child. So, first of all, Ice Cube, please come get your son. Your son is down to the internet. Y'all, it's so many layers to this shit, because, like, Ice Cube's son is down to the internet shading Diddy, right? Ice Cube's son is down to the internet shading Diddy. And you really got to think, like, you can't do nothing but laugh because, like, mind you, 30 years ago, it was Bad Boy versus, you know what I'm saying, Death Row. You know what I mean? And now, here go O'Shea waking up some old tea, okay? So he tweeted this. Remember in I Need a Girl when Puff was like, you was more than my girl, we was like brothers. That shit always bothered me. What do this mean? Like, what do this mean? And then people actually brought up the clip. You was more than my girl, we was like brothers. First we was friends, we became lovers. You was more than my girl, we was like brothers. And then you got Usher in the background. Oh, I need a girl to ride with me. I need a girl riding with me. Like, Usher is singing about women's. Diddy was singing about women's who made him feel like they was brothers. Okay? We gonna calculate. Diddy was singing about women's who made him feel like they was brothers. Usher was singing exclusively to women's. Are we clocking the tea during Black Women's Haitian Independence Black Women's Month? Have y'all ever done y'all research into Usher's time at Diddy camp?
I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
This nigga was hiding in plain sight. This nigga was hiding in plain sight. During he was right there. He was right there. In plain sight. We just wasn't paying attention, y'all. We wasn't calculating. We wasn't doing the math. He was singing about being brothers. You got Usher in the back. Oh, right here with me. And you got Diddy talking about we was like brothers. Anyway, y'all, in Diddy news, child. In more Diddy news, y'all. Did y'all see how Diageo settled their racism case with Diddy? If you've been watching me and my coverage of all the Diddy stuff, I told y'all that Diddy was not going to win this. Like, he wasn't going to win this. So let's go ahead. I found this article in Bloomberg. It was published. When was this published? January 16th. Diageo settles racism dispute with Sean Diddy Combs. Child, please don't tell me I got to pay to read this, because I'm not going to pay. What? I got to subscribe? Next. Everything, you gotta pay for everything in this damn planet. Damn, like, what the fuck? I'm so tired of paying for shit. Can I read this? Okay. Shit. Like, all right, let's go ahead and get into this Variety article, y'all. My Lord, like, everything, I gotta pay for everything. As a black woman, I just feel like I shouldn't be paying for nothing. My ancestors paid it. Jesus paid it all. Jesus paid it all. All to him I owe. Okay? Jesus paid it all. I shouldn't be paying for nothing as a black woman. Everything should be free. Period. All right. Sean Diddy Combs and Diageo resolve legal dispute. This was published when? January 16th. Sean Diddy Combs and Diageo have resolved all disputes. Both parties announced on Tuesday morning, apparently ending a long and complicated legal battle wherein Combs alleged the liquor giant had not supported marketing agreements involving Ciroc vodka and De Leon tequila. The parties announced a resolution in a brief statement severing their business tie. Mind you, Diddy had called them racist. Right? He had alleged that they was racist and that they were not supporting any marketing agreements put forward to support Ciroc vodka and De Leon tequila. This man hardly ever paid anything to Diageo. What did Diageo say that this man had paid them? Hold on. Maybe it's further down in the article. Sean Combs and Diageo have now agreed to resolve all disputes between them. Mr. Combs has withdrawn all his allegations about Diageo and will voluntarily dismiss his lawsuits against Diageo with prejudice. The statement attributed to both parties reads, Diageo and Mr. Combs have no ongoing business relationship either with respect to Ciroc or De Leon tequila, which Diageo now solely owns, right? And with prejudice, that means that this is it. Like, they will never see each other in court ever again. Combs sued Diageo in May 2023 in New York Supreme Court in Manhattan, alleging that the company, which also distributes Johnnie Walker and Captain Morgan, and as well as all y'all faves, Diageo distributes all y'all faves, okay? All them all them bottles that you be seeing, niggas be down to the damn to the sections in the club, French kissing, tongue kissing bottles together. Diageo distributes all them damn bottles. You be seeing niggas deep throating bottles down to the damn Revel down in Atlanta. Diageo distributes all them liquor bottles. That's Diageo, okay? Diageo got y'all in a motherfucking chokehold, okay? In his lawsuit, Combs alleged that Diageo had not given Ciroc and De Leon the same kind of marketing and promotion it had given other properties in its portfolio. He also alleged Diageo had undermined the business by marketing Ciroc and De Leon as urban rather than something for the general market, right? So that's where his racism claim came in. He was like, you know, they I'm a young black man. Diddy was playing the I'm a young black man card when it came to them. Now, in the filing made the following month in the same jurisdiction, Diageo called for the suit to be dismissed and said it would no longer be working with Combs, who over the years has launched a clothing line and restaurants and has a stake in the Revolt TV cable network. But Diageo countered that Combs failed to meet obligations which he had previously agreed. Separately, Combs is currently embroiled in lawsuits stemming from sexual, you know, all the sexual violence lawsuits. But I wanted to find where they said, oh, there it is. Diageo, this was what Diageo had said in response to his racism lawsuit. It said, "We are saddened that Mr. Combs has chosen to recast a business dispute as anything other than that and chosen to damage a productive and valued partnership," Diageo said after filing their suit last year. "Mr. Combs' bad faith actions have clearly breached his contracts and left us no choice but to move to dismiss his baseless complaint and end our business relationship. Mr. Combs has repeatedly undermined our partnerships and threatened to publicly defame Diageo if we did not meet his unreasonable financial demands," Diageo said in a statement. Diageo believes strongly in the Ciroc and De Leon brands and remains committed to their success, which is why we tried for years to salvage the broken relationship with Mr. Combs. We funded the purchase of De Leon for the joint venture and proceeded to invest more than $100 million to grow the brand. Despite having made nearly $1 billion over the course of our 15-year relationship, Mr. Combs only contributed a total of $1,000 and refused to honor his commitments. 15 years. In 15 years, Combs, Diddy only spent $1,000 towards these two brands. And then turn around and call that company racist. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. And I knew from the time that they had presented that, I knew that he was not going to win this. And then Cassie came in. And remember, I've said all this. If you go back and you watch my videos, I told y'all he was going to lose this. But also, too, what this shows you, too, is that I kind of feel lied to, a little bamboozled, because I thought he owned this. I thought he owned these brands. A lot of these celebs that you see that have these liquor brands, they don't own them. They are just glorified influencers for these brands, right? Now, Diddy was able to use his blackness, his black excellence as the currency to get $100 million from this brand and become a billionaire because of Diageo. Diageo made Diddy a billionaire. Diageo made him a billionaire. None of his clothing lines, none of his music. Even though we know how Diddy does in the music business, but none of his music deals, his clothing line, none of that brought him this. Diageo made him a billionaire. Imagine calling the company that made you a billionaire racist, knowing that you only spent $1,000 towards your brands in 15 years. We was more than lovers. We were like brothers. Oh, yeah. This man is so full of shit. I can't. Next, let's talk about Taraji P. Henson again, y'all. So I came across this article on yahoo.com with Taraji P. Henson, and it says, Taraji P. Henson says it's not fair Taraji P. Henson says it's not fair. The Color Purple comments are becoming louder than the film. And this was published on Friday. So this past Friday. So Here's what the article says. So it says, throughout the Color Purple's press run, Taraji P. Henson has been vocal about topics like mistreatment on set and the pay disparity that exists in Hollywood. Her comments set the internet into a blaze, and now she feels the narrative surrounding the movie has shifted in an unfair way. The actress sat down with Today earlier this week to discuss why the focus needs to move back to the movie itself. So I guess the sit down where she talked about this happened with the Today Show. So she said, I hope they can focus back onto this film because right now, to me, it feels like what I said is now becoming louder than this beautiful film. She continued by relating her sentiments back to the theme of the movie and saying, and that's not fair to me or anybody in the film because the film deals with women who are oppressed, who live in an oppressed system, men and women, and all of the characters in that film except for the white people. So that movie is about healing. The movie is about a sisterhood. Let me go to the sit down with Today and see what it says. Okay, so this is the exclusive. Taraji P. Henson says, it's not fair. The narrative has turned away from the color purple. It says, what you're not going to do is pit two Black women together. Not on my watch. So I guess she's saying this relatively to how the internet tried to make it seem like she had a problem with Oprah. Let me see what else the article says. Taraji P. Henson is ready for the narrative surrounding the color purple to change. Recently, her comments about her experience with the pay disparity in Hollywood and the revelation that she nearly turned down the Broadway musical adaptation because she felt lowballed went viral. Now Henson is asking that the attention return to the film that was released last Christmas. I hope they can focus back onto the film because right now, to me, it feels like what I said is now becoming louder than the beautiful film. Okay, I had already said that. Yeah. Here's the thing. I've said this from the time we saw Taraji crying on the show that she did on Sirius XM with Gail. I stand with Taraji. I don't think that anything Taraji said was wrong, right? However, I mean, I've never said this, but I think maybe it should have been left at that moment with Gayle King, where she cried and she talked about, you know, the pay disparity that's happening in Hollywood, right? I think that was it. I think everything else really just drove it all the way home. And therefore, you have to understand. I mean, Taraji's been in the business for almost 30 years. Like, you have to, actually 30 years, at least 30 years. You have to know how the industry works and how now the internet works. Taraji is someone who's always been active on the internet. You know, like, she's always been active online. She's always been a Twitter girl. She's always been an IG girl. You know what I mean? Like, she had to have known that the sit down with the SAG, like for me, what really made it take a turn for me personally was when she sat down with SAG and she told SAG, I almost walked away from the color purple. Yeah, what? Yeah, I almost walked away from the color purple. When she said that, you're literally letting us know. In that same interview, she told us she hasn't seen a raise since Proud Mary. You know, like, so you're telling us you haven't seen a raise in more than 10 years. So here they are, another production lowballing you. So as part of the audience, I'm already assuming you got paid around $500,000 or less, because that's the biggest paycheck that she's gotten, right? She had to have known that people were going to eat that up. And then there was the New York Times spread where she talked about the fact that the color purple people didn't give her no driver. They ain't give her no security with the driver. You know what I'm saying? They ain't had no dressing rooms. You know what I mean? Like, then you had poor what's her name? Danielle Brooks coming in and telling Oprah on camera, Oprah, I'm sorry, but we ain't had no food.
We didn't have our own dressing rooms at the time, and they did not give us sorry, Miss O. We ain't had no food.
She had no idea. She had no idea.
I heard about it. Oh, yeah. And you corrected it for us. You corrected it.
Yes, and I was like, Miss O, we gotta fix this. And she said, say less.
Look at Oprah.
Our own dressing rooms at the time, and They did not give us. Sorry, Miss O. We ain't had no food.
She had no idea.
When Danielle Brooks said we ain't had no dressing rooms, we ain't had no food, look at Oprah. Oprah wanted to die. Please, somebody, please, like, do y'all see how Oprah looks? Like, Oprah wanted to die. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then you got Monique. Monique coming in and basically like putting the hammer in, giving her 2 cents. You know, Monique, if any opportunity she get, let y'all know Oprah ain't shit, she gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just too little too late. Like, it's too little too late, y'all. Mind you, y'all, if y'all go on Amazon Prime right now, if you have Prime Video, go on Prime Video right now. The Color Purple is on Prime Video. Over the weekend, I was just going through my Prime Video and there it was. It is on Prime Video right now. You can watch The Color Purple from your home. It hasn't even been out in theaters a full month yet. But it's been on Amazon Prime Video for like almost 2 weeks. Okay? And mind you, there was no big promotion about it going to Prime. They just sent it straight to Prime while it's still in theaters. I believe now the movie is at about $65 million, if not almost 70, right? So you have $100 million budget and you're not even touching what you've dished out yet, right? So it's a flop. It's too late. It's too late. The movie is on Amazon Prime Video. It is too late. While I think she is absolutely right, Taraji P. Henson is absolutely right. I think to myself, okay, could she have waited until after the press tour? I feel like doing it during the press tour was at its detriment. It wasn't good for the movie's success. This is a press tour. You're supposed to be pressing people to come watch the movie. But here we are as the people being informed that Black women's, during Black Women's Haitian Independence, Black Women's Month, are not getting paid well, don't have dressing rooms, don't have food on set, ain't got no drivers. What else didn't y'all have? You know what I'm saying? Like, it puts a bad taste in everybody's mouth, right? And then again, you have Oprah, who's at the center. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. There were 18 producers on this movie. Oprah is the most well-known, other than Steven Spielberg and Quincy Jones, of course. But Oprah talks for a living. This is her thing. Promoting, talking, advertising, communications. This is her thing. She thrives at this. And so she put her face out there for this. And this is what she got for that, right? And you may not fuck with Oprah. I know a lot of people don't fuck with Oprah for different reasons, but I'm telling you, The Color Purple, for me, Oprah got the brunt of a lot of misplaced anger. And it was not fair. And it showed a lot of misogynoir, in my opinion. In my opinion. It is not the same thing as what happened with her and Monique. It is not the same thing. Like, Oprah was not responsible for this. She was not responsible for this. Do you guys feel like things can turn around for The Color Purple? To me, it's too late. It's too late.
It's just too little too late. You're all wrong, and I can't wait. You know all the right things to say. You know it's just a little too late.
It's just too little too late. Nobody cares now. It's too little too late. Warner Brothers want their money back. I want my money back, money back, money back, money back. Like, I want my money back. Warner Brothers does not care. Does not give a fuck. And sitting down with the Today Show and all that is just too late. It's giving, I'm trying to walk it back, and you just cannot walk something like this back. You got to stand on business. You got to stand on business. You have to stand on what you said. You said what you said. You said it several times, loud and clear. And we stand by you. We stand by you. Like, Black women's everywhere stand by you. We all can relate to this. We all can relate to being black, to being lowball, to not being paid correctly. Like we all can relate to that. We all can relate. And those of us who are in the entertainment space, Taraji talked about a lot of things about not having the right agents, not having the right teams, and people just coming in to suck you dry. All of us can relate to that. We all can relate to bad management, even on the job, bad management, but them being able to suck you dry at work. You know, like we can all relate to that. You can't walk something like that back. It's just too little too late, in my opinion. Drop down in the comments and let me know your opinion on that. Let's move on. All right, y'all, let's get into this video's social scandal. So on Threads, I found a couple things. So on Threads, I saw Threads talking about this video, but I couldn't see it on Threads, so I had to find it on TikTok, and then that's where I saw like all of the folks really going in about this video. So make a long story short, it's a white guy who comes on TikTok asking for advice for his new black baby. Here's the video.
I'm hoping to get this TikTok over to Black TikTok. Any black parents, we have adopted a black baby. Her name is Zoe, and I don't know what to do for her hair. I have this little brush. I have something from Shea Moisture. I really don't know what to use, so please, any black parents or anyone who knows what to do with black children's hair, please help me in the comments. Thank you.
So I have my thoughts on the video, but I wanted to put this one TikToker who explained her thoughts on the video as well. And I thought she did it very, very well. And she's also adopted.
I was trying to figure out what was bothering me about that video. And I think one, why did you get a black baby without doing any research first? Like, yeah, ask for help, but you don't know any black people in real life to ask help from? You don't know any black people in real life. You adopted a black baby and you don't know any black people, any black women at all. If that's the case, that's concerning already. But if you do, why did you come to the internet and pose it that way? I don't know. Something about that, if it gives performance. I don't care. I don't care. Say what y'all want to say. It gets very performative. But also, the comments are really what confirmed what made that video uncomfortable for me. Because I know you see some of the black people who are uncomfortable with what you said or asking certain questions, and you got people coming at them like, oh, well, you should just be happy. Like, where are you checking the white people in your comments? Where are you? You have a black daughter now, right? So you need to be able to check microaggressions and understand microaggressions and things like that. Where are you in those comments? Checking those people, because people have a right to ask questions. Sorry, you adopting a black baby and then supposedly having no knowledge, even if you found out last minute, which I'm adopted, so I'm not even gonna go into that process. But yeah, anyways, that was what was bothering me.
Now I want us to go back on the video and watch the video again and pay attention to what he said. He doesn't say, we have a new baby girl, we have a new daughter, we're so happy, we're thankful for her. No, he made sure to say, we have a new black baby.
I'm hoping to get this TikTok over to Black TikTok. Any black parents, we have adopted a black baby. Her name is Zoe.
We have a new black baby. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Hey, look at us. Hey, look at me. A white with a black baby. Hey, help me, please. It's giving. Y'all, I can't say what I really want to say. It's kind of giving modern day slavery mixed in with, you know, we're going to use this Negro baby for content. Modern slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's giving, we got this black baby, and now we're going to go into black talk because we failed at being white. So now we're going to go to the black community, and we are going to go to you and make you guys rich off of our Negro baby content. That's what it's giving. It's not giving, wow, we're so excited to have a new baby girl. Why the emphasis on black baby? So then I kept looking at TikTok, and then I found this TikToker who did all this background search on this man. And here's the video.
I stayed up majority of the night thinking about how I would make this video. So I'm going to preface with, I'm going to do my best to be trauma informed. I'm going to do my best to be child and family centered. And I'm going to do my best not to, I really don't want to shame anyone about addiction or criminal history. Because as y'all see, my PFP is my mugshot of when I was human trafficked. And so I do understand the criminal system and how it can affect people. So let's go. As you guys know, since yesterday, I've been covering the story of the white adoptive father with the black daughter, and he has Black Talk for help. So I've already made videos about like him deleting the videos, there's such and everything else, right? My team and I did some research yesterday on his public platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and there was a lot of troubling things. Off the bat, the first thing I found troubling is that he and his partner were in the room when the delivery was being done, taking photos and videos of this birth mom, and I don't know if they got her consent or not, but she's in very exposing positions, and any mother would know, like when they're giving birth, they don't want to be in those type of photos and positions, especially on adoptive parents' platforms. And like I explained yesterday, the immediate skin-to-skin womb wet is an issue, and it causes maternal separation trauma. But after looking through his social media, there's so many red flags. The second red flag will be chokeable items, choking hazards. He's placed baby rings, as you see here, on the baby. There's also multiple videos of her wearing cardigans with small buttons that she should not be wearing. And the most concerning video or photo that I saw was the baby in their rocker, unsecured, sitting neck to chest. The reason they should never be in that position is because they could die from something called positional asphyxiation. Literally, they could suffocate. Because a baby's windpipe is the size of a flexi straw. And if it's bent, imagine a flexi straw being bent, there's nothing that can get through that straw. So if a baby's neck is to their chest, there's no way that their airway is actually correct and the baby is struggling to breathe. Another concerning thing I saw on his profile was that days after the baby was born, he had this baby outside doing public events. And right now, with COVID making its way back up and RSV, we should really be protecting the most vulnerable, which are infants and old people. But to take it a step further and to place this baby on public items outside that are 3 to 4 feet in the air and to take steps back to take a photo, that is child endangerment, if you ask me. I'm so sorry. Because at any moment that baby could roll, and we don't know what type of germs are on these surfaces. There's also photos of the baby improperly placed in car seats with large jackets that baby should not be placed in car seats with, as well as the baby being swaddled in a rocker unsecure, with a dog right next to the buttons to operate the rocker. But my number one biggest concern is how they legally adopted this child. In his original video, he said that the child was placed with him, which insinuated that this was a foster care situation. After my research, it's not looking like a foster care situation. In fact, I would pay a whole month's salary to say that this is not a foster care situation. In my opinion, this is a private adoption that no agency was involved in. And if there was an agency, this agency was corrupt as hell. Why do I say this? This is the part where I'm trying to be the most sensitive. After looking on Will's page, you will learn that he's a 10-year recovering addict from intravenous use, which is fantastic. Recovery is a lifelong process. I work with parents who are actively in recovery, and people with addictions can be great parents, especially if they have resources and they have a community. But just like a lot of people who struggle with addiction, there usually comes a criminal history. And unfortunately, on Will's page, on his Facebook page, he posted this photo showing Will how proud he was of his growth, which, you know, we are all proud of. If you know anything about addiction, if you know anything about the criminal justice system, if you can get yourself out of those two things and make a great life for yourself, that is amazing. My question is, how did a convicted felon do a legal adoption in the state of Texas where you're not allowed to be a convicted felon and adopt in the state of Texas? I believe that some of these policies are unfair. Absolutely. I believe, like I said, felons can make their lives better. They can be rehabilitated. People who struggle with addiction can get better and become amazing parents. But that's not the policy. The policy says no. And my biggest issue with this is whenever I talk about adoption, people say, well, the birth parents were just crackheads and convicts. So why do they deserve to raise those children? My question is, we know that children are removed because parents struggle with addictions. We also know that children are removed because parents are convicted felons. So how did we allow an adoptive parent who's a convicted felon and a recovering addict, how do we allow them to adopt a child that they clearly didn't do any research on top of all the other red flags? In 2024, I'm staying child and family centered. And the only thing I'm concerned about is the safety of the child. So Will, I'm asking you, what agency did you go through? And did they do a background check? And if they did, how were you approved? Let me know and always shine your light.
Somebody please go get that baby. Like, that baby ain't got no family, ain't no grandmother. She ain't got no praying grandmother somewhere. She ain't got no cousins or nothing. Somebody go get this baby. Get her. ASAP. And we really need to have... The internet is really it's very unsafe for kids. You're seeing a white man have a black baby, which, according to this TikToker, they did the research, I didn't. But how did this man get this black baby, right? And now this black baby is content and nothing more than that. Like putting her on top of signs, putting her in a parade. Sis ain't even got fully formed lungs yet. Like, what is happening? What's going on? What is happening? When have you ever seen this be done? Like, if this was done in reverse, if a black woman was to get online with a baby and say, oh, I just got a white baby, and then she putting her in parades, she putting her on top of signs and shit, she would be in jail. She would be in jail. Black parents get sent to jail and prison for less. For less. Anyway, drop down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about the social scandal. Let me know your thoughts on everything else that we discussed. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.
Diamonds on my body and they crystal clear. I make magic with these hundreds, watch them disappear. Big ol' raindrops up in my ear. If you gon' name drop, let's get it clear. Jessie Woo.